is the central station of the city of The Hague. The Biafra movement, the membership of the indigenous people of Biafra on a protest today in the Netherlands. They are right now inside the hall of the central station, train central station of the city of The Hague. I think today they have come from across cities in the Netherlands to come together in a protest against the happenings in Nigeria, particularly that of rendition and unlawful detention of their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I think it's been an activity that started quite early enough. They are distributing leaflets to passerbys. They are making their voice heard. They are doing all within their reach, within the law, to make sure that people are aware of the situation of the Igbo people in Nigeria. It has been quite a long history with how the Igbos have lived or felt in the union of Nigeria, which was created by the colonial or in the period of colonization of Africa. Particularly felt if Nigeria cannot contend them, of course they have the right to live as a country. They have the population, they have the financial withdrawal, they have everything it takes to live as a country. Of course, many of them are still very, very much interested in living in Nigeria, but then not in the way they are treated in Nigeria, not the way they are marginalized in Nigeria, and that is just the only reason. It is widely known that the Igbos are quite industrious, they are quite entrepreneurial. They own a large bulk of the wealth in Nigeria. If you remove the oil, and of course they are still rich in the oil supply, the crude oil supply, and that fetches Nigeria the highest of their revenue. But outside that, the Igbos are traders, they are industrious. So these people are quite very important, not just to Nigeria, but to Africa as a whole. Their aspiration is to live in peace. That is very simple. If Nigeria has been a very peaceful country where law and equity reigns, I think the Igbos will not want to succeed. This is quite simple. Because these are traders, they need human number. These are traders, they need extended large country where they can move into trade and make a good living. But unfortunately, if you watch through the history, the situation in Nigeria has always been against their progress, especially when it comes to government and the failures in governance. So that is something recognized anyway already by the international community. It has never been so bad since 2015 with the new government of a former military general, Muhammad Buhari. It has been quite very challenging to the Igbos to swallow their pride. Not only are they being displaced in government appointments, they have been extensively abused, their rights abused by law enforcement, not just the law enforcement, but Nigerian military arms, including the army. Today you just hear a lot of the military spending are just spent by the government only to suppress the Nigerians. Not that they are quite having any territorial problem to do large military budgeting investment. But I think they are still spending largely to for internal suppression. So if you go to the Igbo land today, it looks like a region in war. You will see all kinds of military equipment which normally should not be used or be seen on the streets in a normal country. So under that situation, it has been very, very frustrating to the Igbos currently in Igbo land. Mondays have been declared a period of protest in the region, in the eastern region where they occupy, having about 5 states as core, and they're standing to other neighboring states of Nigeria. What has been the situation is, of course, the governors of these Igbo states are not comfortable with these protests, as they call it, sit at home on Mondays. Sit at home on Mondays. This means that you will forfeit all your business on Monday. You will sit at home as a kind of peaceful demonstration, as a kind of civil disobedience, to register their frustration on how they are treated in Nigeria. That protest has been going on. The governors of the states are not happy with it. They've called for the withdrawal of the sit at home. They've asked citizens to go back to their places on Monday. But I think what is happening now in the Igbo land is that most of the Igbos in these Igbo states are as well frustrated with their situation in Nigeria. So a large number of them are not obeying the state governors by going back their normal businesses on Mondays. So Mondays have become something that will stay till certain conditions are met. I think one of those conditions is the immediate unconditional release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, Nigerian government has been so much frustrated with the activities of the indigenous people of Biafra, and in particular the utterances of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But what is known to the international community is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not carrying arms. He is not killing people on the streets. There are quite a number of organizations that have been recognized by the international community as killer organizations, as terrorist organizations. But very unfortunately, as the situation will be very evidently proven, those organizations are not declared terrorist organizations in Nigeria. For instance, it was very difficult for the Nigerian government to recognize the voices or the position of the international community that Boko Haram is a terrorist organization. It was very difficult. The Nigerian government never wanted to pronounce Boko Haram as a terrorist organization. And now, when you look at the activities of the Fulani herdsmen, the international community has been able to recognize them as the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. But to the greatest surprise of any peace-loving human, the Fulani herdsmen are just so friendly, so accommodated by the federal government. Even the federal government is forcefully asking the people of Nigeria to accept, to live with the Fulani herdsmen, to accept anything that these Fulani herdsmen are doing to the communities. So these are all part of the stories of Nigeria today, and why you are seeing this population of the Igbos on the streets protesting against the situation in their country of origin.